absolutely disgusting. Have I ever tried it? No. Hi, I'm Polly, and in today's video, we are going to be ranking Thanksgiving foods. So, as you can tell, Thanksgiving is coming up. I have my Thankful and Blessed t-shirt on, and I mean, not much of Thanksgiving is going to change for me because I don't have family. So, I've always spent Thanksgiving at my house with my brother, my mom, and dad. But for you people who have family, you guys are missing out on like traveling to their houses and like seeing your cousins and like eating with them. I've never experienced that. I've never felt that. So I can't really be sad over something I never had. Anyways, you know what? You're probably not gonna like my opinion. So if you don't like it, like this video. Let's get started. We're going to be ranking 20 Thanksgiving foods. Some of them are traditional Thanksgiving foods, and some are just foods that my family eats during Thanksgiving. And we are going to put them into 5 categories, which are, starting at the top, of God. These are foods that the Lord has blessed us with, and we are thankful for them. The second one is second plate. So that means that when we are eating our Thanksgiving meal, we finish our plate and we need to go and get a second plate of that item because that's how good it is. Medium is just, it's pretty good. Like, we're not mad at it. We don't hate it, but we're not like, this is the best thing that we've ever eaten in our whole entire life, After that is, I guess, because I guess it's a Thanksgiving food. I guess we'll have it here, but no one really is like crazy about it, And last, and definitely least, is who thought this was okay? Who thought that it was okay to have this as a meal, to make this recipe? Let's get started. First up, let's start with the classic turkey. Now, for Thanksgiving, we all just decided that it's okay to have a full turkey on the table, and let's be for real, it's very, very, very difficult to execute a whole turkey without it being dry. When I used to watch Bon Appetit before they became racist, or before we knew they were racist, they were talking about how it's actually better to just cook each part of the turkey separately because each part demands different times. So that's why majority of the time when people bake their turkey, the breasts are really dry and the drums are the leg is like amazing and juicy. But I don't know, like, turkey's just not great of a poultry. Like, why couldn't the Native Americans and Pilgrims eat chicken? Everyone loves chicken. Turkey, So, you know what? It deserves to be on, I guess. Like, we're eating it because it's Thanksgiving, but like, if it wasn't Thanksgiving, we wouldn't be eating this, Ham. Ham is the superior Thanksgiving meat, okay? I know that I'm not eating meat anymore, but when I did, and if I decide to cheat on Thanksgiving, it's gonna be for the ham. Especially with when they put the pineapples on it. Thanksgiving ham, you know what? We're gonna put that in the second plate. Like, I would go back for some ham. What my family eats, the type of turkey that my family eats is turkey neck. We are Haitian. I think it was a few years ago when we decided, instead of buying a whole turkey for the 4 of us, when we don't even like turkey like that, let's just buy the turkey neck. That was the year that our third eyes were open and everyone was happy. If you've had turkey neck and you don't like it, I don't trust you. You have horrible judgment. Turkey neck is of God. Period. No other option. Let's do cranberry sauce because I don't really understand what cranberry sauce is for. Once again, I was raised in a Haitian household. It's just so sweet and tart. Like, it doesn't feel like it's part of dinner. It feels more like a jam that deserves to be for dessert. So like, I don't get it, but I guess it's an American Thanksgiving thing. So we'll put it a part of, I guess. Moving on, let's go to cornbread. Cornbread is amazing. There's so many different versions of cornbread too. You can make it like a sweet cornbread, you can make it a savory one, you can put actual corn inside the cornbread. Either way, it's amazing to me. Cornbread's good, but it's not of God good. You know what I mean? These are the decisions we have to make nowadays. It's so hard to be me. Let's put it in pretty good. Yeah, I feel comfortable with that. Now, let's talk about gravy, because this is what you Americans call gravy, and I find it absolutely disgusting. Have I ever tried it? No, I don't need to try it, because I look at it and my stomach says, well, why would you put that in me? Why would you put that in me? Who said that was okay? This is definitely going into who thought this was okay. A gravy is supposed to moisten your food, and it should not be that thick. And you know what? Before I started judging it, I decided, let me do my research and figure out what the heck is this gravy made out of. It is a roux with chicken stock. Who needs a roux for gravy? Gravy should not be thick. Thick is good, but not when it comes to gravy. The right gravy is gravy that looks like this. It is Haitian gravy. It is not a roux. It is chicken stock, but it also has tomato paste in it, and it has onion and bell pepper, and it is fantastic. And it does what it's supposed to do. You put it on top of your rice, and it moistens the rice, and it puts a little bit of flavor of the chicken onto your rice. This is how gravy is supposed to be. And I can't wait for the day that your eyes are opened and you start using the right gravy. So Haitian gravy is of God. Are you upset? Well, then it sucks to be you. I'm living. Let's talk about bread. And by bread, I mean rolls. So let's start with the store-bought Hawaiian roll. You can't go wrong with it. Everyone loves it. They're good. You can never say that they're not good. So this is part of second plate. Like, once you get one, if there's still more after, you're gonna get another one. Now, the Hawaiian rolls are going against homemade rolls, which, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever had homemade rolls. Yeah, no. From the picture, though, because, you know, you eat with your eyes first, the picture is selling it for me. The picture makes me think that it's of God. And based off of everyone else that I've heard who's had homemade rolls, they say it's of God. So now let's do Battle of the Squash. We have roasted butternut squash. And I guess, not even I guess. This is a very American thing. And like, in my mind, I don't think I'd be able to eat it. Like, it looks pretty, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even imagine someone taking a halved butternut squash and just sticking it in the oven. Like, that just, it makes no sense to me. So I guess I'll put this in, I guess. What's of God is soup jumu. I don't even need to give you an explanation. I just know. Soup jumu is squash. It could be butternut squash, it could be whatever squash you want, or pumpkin, and they make it into a soup, and it's the best thing ever. Is it a Thanksgiving food for us? No. But if I was gonna put butternut squash that's roasted, I had to put soup jumu. So let's talk about potatoes. It's the best vegetable. You can turn potatoes into everything. Shall I go on? I don't think I need to. Let's start off with these mini roasted potatoes. I'm usually the one who makes these in my house, and they are so good. You boil them for a little bit, you smash them, put them in the oven. They're so crispy but fluffy on the inside. They're great. I think this will go part of like a second plate. Now, similar to that is a vegetable medley that can include those potatoes along with carrots, and I do this as well. And this one, I think they have like Brussels sprouts in it, which, you know, I've never been a fan of Brussels sprouts. This picture is selling it. It looks really good. And I think I'm going to put this part of pretty good. Now we have mashed potatoes, which, how do you get mashed potatoes wrong? I'll tell you. You get mashed potatoes wrong if you used boxed mashed potatoes. Why would you do that? How hard is it to buy a potato, boil it, and mash it. It's not that hard, but homemade. And like, look at this one. It has the chives on the top, the butter is melting. Like, that looks good. So we are going to put this as pretty good. Now let's do macaroni and cheese, bruh. I put Haitian macaroni and cheese because it's the most amazing one. And like, you see those little pieces of burnt cheese? This is what dreams are made of. I would break my whole lifestyle for this macaroni and cheese, not even lying. So we are going to put this as of God. It's the way he intended it. All right, we only have 5 more left. So, ooh, stuffing. Some people hate stuffing, like my mother, but I really like it. When you think about what stuffing actually is, it's literally just wet bread. So that's why I don't think about what it is. When I make the stuffing, it's only for me. No one else in the house likes it, but I love it. So that means it is worth a second plate. Now we have the one, the only rice and beans, du riz. And like, is it Thanksgiving without rice? It's not. We first started doing the rice and beans because my brother was really, really picky and he'd only eat rice and beans. But like, at this point, it's not just for him, it's for all of us. Like, if there's no rice, it's not Thanksgiving. So rice, second plate. All right. Now, this thing is absolutely disgusting. It doesn't matter who makes it. The concept of the recipe is disgusting. And it makes me wonder every single time, who thought this was okay? And that's green bean casserole. Why? Why? Those green beans were perfectly fine. And then you put them in a like, the concept of casserole is disgusting to me. I think that's a cultural difference that I'm totally fine with. You will never catch Polly making a casserole, because they look so disgusting. Like I can't even explain to you. I don't even know what it is. Like, it just, like, why are you mixing green beans with this white liquid cream thing? Like, how, like, you managed to take a vegetable and make it unhealthy. That's what it is. Why? Green bean casserole. Honestly, the whole category of who thought this was okay was made for American gravy and green bean casserole. Nothing else will go into this. We are ending off our Thanksgiving with 2 different pies. You might think that this is a pumpkin pie, but it's not. It's the superior one, which is sweet potato pie. And I love me some sweet potato pie with a graham cracker crust. The only thing is that I hate having like the marshmallow on top. The marshmallow ruins it for me. Like, I want it to be plain or with ice cream. So this one, I'm hoping that that's not a marshmallow and that maybe that's whipped cream. But like, it looks easy enough to just like take that marshmallow off if it is. So sweet potato pie. Everyone wants actually, no, I was gonna put it in second plate because it's that great, but we'll put it on pretty good just because sweet potato pie is very filling, and usually I don't want a second. Actually, you know what, we're gonna put it on Of God. It's that amazing. I'm not gonna, just because it's Of God doesn't mean that I'm gonna get a second plate of it. Let's make that clear. But it is amazing, and I look forward to it on Thanksgiving. Last but definitely not least is a nice apple pie. So apple pies, I feel like it's very difficult to get a sweet potato pie wrong. It's pretty easy to get an apple pie wrong, in my opinion. If the apples are too big, it's a turnoff for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm very particular about my apple pie. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It really does depend on who made it or where you bought it. So I'm gonna put it with pretty good. And that is it, guys. That is my tier list, and I hope you guys liked watching me make it. I definitely want to make more tier lists in the future. Let me know what I should make a tier list to in the comments down below. What do you think about these foods? Which one are you going to eat? Which one do you think is of God? If you disagree with me, that's a you problem. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and you should already know what to do. If you love it, make sure you like it, and if you want more of it, then subscribe to it. And if you don't want to miss out on it, hit the bell on it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to shine like the star that you are, and don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Bye.